All right, so I am preparing for a trade with Cranky Motorsports. So we set up a trade to trade Joey here, the SS15, for a hydro track. Hi, I'm Alex, and welcome back to another vlog day. I think we're getting roughly this same one, but he has this kind of style grill on it. So I'm going to deem this one as a parts rig. I think I already did that before. And then I have plans with the other one that is in the shop right now. But the plan is to take bits and pieces off of it to put on the one that we're getting. So it's going to be really awesome. I believe I have a video on this channel of me driving the hydro track that we're going to pick up today in this video. And so yeah, it's going to be awesome. So we might need the dash on this one. I'm not sure. He might install a dash, and then we're going to do one of my favorite paint schemes to it. So we're going to take off the hood and grill that he has on it, and we're going to put the one that belongs on here onto it, and then we're going to paint it, make it look nice, and run a bunch of the period correct attachments on it. I do want to plow with it, so I have a, I don't know where it is, but I have a mid-lift plow that I'm going to put on it, snow plow. It's going to be awesome. So I'm very looking forward to it. It's definitely been something I've been wanting on this channel, and this will be the fastest way to do it, which is awesome. So looking forward to that. That's going to be the plan with this hydro track and the one I'm picking up. And then Joey's going to go off to a very beautiful home. All of these right here are up for sale. So if you see anything that you like and may or may not be available at the time of posting this video, but if you see anything, everything right here is for sale. So the plan is going to be, it's going to be a 1968 hydro track. And it's going to be yellow. We're going to do yellow and the white theme. And then the Sears over here, this is a 1967, I believe. Again, very favorite. This is my most favorite one. And we're going to keep this, and we're going to do the blue and white on here. So yeah, that's kind of the plan here. So that's for sale too, if you're interested. These are kind of going to be a package deal here because I got it with that. So, but yeah, we're going to do yellow theme on that one. Yeah, yellow theme on this one. I'm going to take this plate off if his doesn't have it, but I tried looking for a sticker like that, but I couldn't find one. So, but we're going to try to do what we can do with the stickers and everything, trying to make it look brand spanking new. That's kind of going to be the plan. So this is going to supply parts to the one that he has, and then that's going to be yellow and white, and then this is going to be the blue and white that you see that they come factory. So looking forward to that. That was the huge plan that I wanted with this one, and that's what's going to happen. Very, very excited. Those are the two that I'm going to keep, and then everything else is getting sold, and we're going to move on to the next category of tractor. So I did Sears, and then the next one to do, which I think is pretty obvious of what I'm going to go next, but I'm not going to spoil anything, and we'll move on to the next chapter of the channel. So I'm very excited. So I need to get the trailer onto the car, and then that's why I brought this hitch out, because I finally got the receiver hitch for the FF. So the FF is going to be our trailer dolly, because first thing first, I need to get this trailer out. This one has all my mower decks on it. So if you need a mower deck as well for one of these Sears, let me know. I got like 3 or 4 on there. So I got to move this FF, which is for sale as well, if you guys want it. Got to move this FF, then I got to move that trailer, then put that trailer on, and we're finally going to be able to use the 3-point hitch trailer hitch which is awesome, and that's why I wanted it for weight holders and for a hitch, so be multi-purpose. So looking very forward to that. Dog is very happy to be outside. Oh, also I got like a crap ton of tires. If you guys need tires, I have a bunch. Got some here and I got all the rest out back. Those right there are 20, let's see, 20 somethings, 24 by 12s. So again, I got a bunch of stuff. Hit me up if you're interested in anything. Blowers for sale. This front weight stack I saw, I might use this bracket for something, but that's pretty cool. I kept that for a reason. But yeah, pretty much everything here is for sale. I got more stuff over there. That FF18 will come with a 50 something, 52, 54 inch deck. I can't remember what the deck size is, but it will come with a deck. I just got to get it on there, and then that's not for sale. That's some old errands. One of my buddies just gave it to me, so it's going to be a lawn ornament. It runs and drives, it just knocks like a mother. So but yeah, no, that's my lawn ornament. That's going to be cool. Got to keep something in there. They were just going to throw it away, so now it's going to be a nice lawn ornament. I'm going to put planters around it and everything, and I want to keep it running and driving until it eventually lets go, because it will. It's knocking like crazy. But yeah, so anyway, if you see anything here you want, all for sale. We're moving on to the next chapter, but we're going to keep the FF for now until I get into that, start getting into there. So that one, it will be hard to get rid of. I might keep that for a little while, but the 67, I believe that is, and then the 68 Hydro Track will be the two that I keep, the two Sears that I end up keeping. And those are just the two that I've fallen in love with. So it was, if that was a 69, I would keep it, but it's the 70, 71. So I really felt that was my very first Sears I've ever bought, was a 1969. So if that was that, I would keep it, because I do like the Ghost Grill. But yeah, anyway, Joey was the first that I've ever gotten, but if it had a Tecumseh in it, maybe I would keep it, but then it wouldn't be a 15 horse and it wouldn't be this big beast. So yeah, that's the trade. So we need to tow that out of here too. I somehow lost my chain, so I think I have a tow rope over there. So yeah, we'll get this thing again, we'll do what I just said, get it all out, get this out onto the trailer, and head down to Cranky Motorsports, get to see him once again. James is, going to James' house is just, Sears heaven. It's just awesome. So always a great time. So let me do this, and then we'll end up doing the road trip over, which I won't show you, and then we'll say hi to James. That's so sweet. Woo, nice. I'm gonna go dump all the weight off. I'm gonna go put those away, and then I'll meet you over here. right, so that's on. Next thing to do is to get the mower deck on, which I'll put on and figure out, and then I'll update you when we get to Jenkins' house.
Sweat and grease all over my hands, grinding gears like slipping sands, rust and dirt under my nails, day drags on my spirit wheels. Oil stained rags, tools on the floor, Sears tractors making my back sore, engine roars but my heart still space, day by day in this dirty place. Oil stained rags, tools on the floor, Sears tractors making my back sore, engine roars but my heart still space, day by day in this dirty place. Mainly media, homestead crimes, lost my mind trying to find.
All right, we made it. Say hi.
Hi, Cranky Motorsports here.
Yeah, James.
Another good trip with Alex coming down here doing a trade. So you guys saw this on my channel recently.
Yes.
And I'll have another video coming up with the tractor that we're trading for, which I haven't told you about on my channel. So
yeah, secrets.
But
secrets.
so why did you come down today, Alex?
Well, I am trading my SS15 that I showed in the previous clip, and I'm trading for. Is this a 12?
This is a 68. I believe it was a Super 12 Hydrotrack, or
Yes.
a Suburban 12 Hydrotrack. I think it was a Super 12 though.
Yeah.
Again, my videos, if you go back in time and you look at about a year and a half ago, I bought a loader on a Hydrotrack 12, and it actually belonged to the neighbor that lived next door to me, which is kind of a funny story. And this is the Hydrotrack that loader came off of. So since I had it, I had actually basically stripped the dash off, rebuilt the clutch because that was all loose. And I had swapped in a different motor that I'd actually gotten from Alex. It was a geared starter 12 that came off like an ST12, but I never really got it fully the way I wanted it. I had to put a front mount on the thing with a gas tank on the front. I never really had it set up correctly. So what I ended up doing was swapping it back over to its original configuration. I put the original battery tray back in, the original gas tank, or at least the one that I got on the tractor. Got the original clutch and everything set up, but the wiring on this tractor was really messed up. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got. Do you want to do this today?
Yeah, we can do that. Sure.
I got a more original. That was my first stop today.
Nice. So yeah, so this whole tractor, it had already been kind of pieced together a little bit. The motor that was in it when I got it wasn't original. And this motor I've actually had sitting in my garage for a couple of years. This is a solid state ignition engine. But the wiring on this tractor was all messed up. When you used to turn the key off, it would keep running, and the charging system didn't work. So when I was working on it previously, I had pulled the whole wiring harness out, wired it up with a 7374 ST12 harness, which had a totally different charging system and everything on it. So when I went back to the starter generator type engine, I pulled all the wiring out of it. So right now, there's no wiring in it at all. To shut it off, you have to pull the choke and things like that. But this motor runs really, really good. It doesn't knock, it doesn't tick. It has a shusher on it, even though I think there's a baffle inside the shusher that's loose, but it's still cool because it works well. And it's a Hydrotrack, so these are pretty desirable machines. And I think it was a fair trade for the SS15, so I'm
Joey.
excited about that. Joey
has a name.
as Alex calls it. So
I went all the way to North Adams, Mass to grab that.
that's a drive.
Yep.
That's a drive for me. That's
From my house.
that's about 2.5 hours from me, I think.
3.5 from me.
Yeah, nice. So yeah, we're here today with this tractor. We're gonna do a rope start on it and let Alex drive it around a little bit,
Putt around.
and then we'll do a little bit of work to it and make the trade. So
Yeah. Okay. Dude, I couldn't find any of those. The air intakes. They were
Really?
so hard. I looked at eBay since the minute we made this deal.
So this is pretty simple. I don't have actually this one does have a fuel pump on it. I thought I was going to take it off, but I ended up leaving it on. The fuel shutoff actually does work. So what I do is turn the fuel on, pull the choke out. Usually it's going to take 2 or 3 pulls to get it started. And then always remember you pull up on your hydro disconnect lever so that you're not trying to run the pump at the same time. And you give the starter pulley a couple of wraps with the rope, and then you give it a good sharp pull. Usually, like I said, 2 to 3 pulls and it'll fire up. We'll see if it makes me a liar today or not.
The last time it was cold was 3 starts, right?
Yep. And watch, today will be the day that it takes like 10.
Yeah. Oh,
Might have popped.
4 or 5, yeah.
So the challenge sometimes with this, because it's a pulse pump, you have to get the pressure of the cylinder to actually pump the fuel through the pump. That makes it a little bit more difficult. That's really the only reason it takes longer. If this was just a gravity-fed carb, it would probably be easier to start. Yeah, of course it's going to make a liar out of me today. I just ran it 2 days ago. All right, so we'll take the choke off. See if it starts better without the choke on. This is where I usually edit my videos. I'll take 5 minutes out while I'm trying to rope start something.
Yep.
Oh, I think it popped.
I think so too.
Sometimes it starts better without the choke. It is pretty warm out, so. Nope.
Oh, it's
I
almost
can
there.
smell fuel though.
Yep. I already lost count.
Yeah. Well, once it starts, we can say first try, right?
Yes. I'll just edit it so it was 1 pull.
Be like Batman, first try.
First try.
Tractors hum, life's rough, to nowhere to run. Pushing wrenches against the strain, every bolt's a link in a chain. Hard work, wages barely paid, dreams of escape slowly fade. Night falls, stars don't bling bright. Sweat, soaked shirt under dim light. Metal beasts haunt my dreams. Howling engines, muffled screams. Mainly media homes.
So if you do it off of the PTO pulley, I can smell the fuel. So because the motor turns clockwise, but it's clockwise looking at it from the other side of the motor, when you do it off the PTO pulley, you have to wrap it so the rope comes off the bottom and you're twisting the motor that way. This is also a little bit sketch because depending on how many times you wrap the rope around here, it can wrap up the other way and pull it out of your hand. So I don't recommend doing this, but I've done it a few times. You get a few more rotations out of the engine though. That's why this is good. All right, let's try it again.
I'm using my foot as a block.
I can feel the compression coming.
Yep.
We might want to use a belt though. I'm kind of embarrassed because the last 2 times I started this, it was really easy to start. And it was cold, so. Yeah, that's what we don't want. All right,
Ooh, we're rolling.
let's do it the other fun way. I gotta get a tractor that runs that doesn't have an attachment on it. Now that I'm out of breath and winded and
Very nice. Very nice. Great success.
nice thing about this is we can put the belt on and then start the tractor, which is how you should do it.
Yes.
Do as I recommend, not as I show. Oh, of course, it'll probably mess up my grill, but
Do you want it on the big one?
yeah, because it gives me a little bit better torque.
We're touching noses.
Ew. See if this works or not.
Oh, pop. Nice.
That's how you do it.
Nice.
how you do it.
Very nice.
All right, so drop the lever down, let off the clutch entirely, and then you're on the lever.
So here she is.
Oops.
Here she is. SS15.
Oh yeah, now I should start recording, huh? Probably.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No, you're good. So I got Alex from Mainely Media down here at the Cranky Motorsports base camp. Sweet.
Is this originally a white engine?
You know, I think in my last video, I think I mentioned this appears to be a replacement engine from the 70s or 80s because there's a little aluminum tag down here that's screwed onto the side of the engine block that has a bunch of numbers on it. And most of the white motors that you buy, even though they were configured for a Sears, these ones you used to be able to buy right out of the Sears catalog because in early 67, 68, and 69, this actually has the smaller oil pan on it. You can tell because the bolts go all the way through the block.
Yeah.
These only hold like 40 ounces of oil or something like that. And if you're out in a field mowing for a couple of hours and they get really hot and they start burning oil, they used to blow these engines up all the time. So Sears used to sell these engines for replacement right out of the catalog, and I believe this is a replacement from late 70s, early 80s because of that tag and because it's white. I think it was originally white, but I think it was a replacement engine. And it's missing the heat shield that goes up here.
Yeah.
So this one's kind of weird because most of... Oh no, this is still an old style. This has the old style SSI in it. Yeah, it's missing the tin shield, so somebody had this head off at one point, which is probably why it has 3 orange bolts in it.
Yeah.
And it did look like the head gasket might have been weeping. I cinched all the bolts down and it doesn't leak anymore and it runs so good.
Okay.
I don't think there's an issue with it. The carburetor, it's a replacement one, and you get one of my signature Cranky Motorsports carb spacers.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So, you know, that's like a 1 of 3. I've only made a few of those.
I'm going to have to replicate that.
You want your original air cleaner back, or you want me to... I'll hang on to it and put it on something else that I don't want to put a good air cleaner on.
Yes, please.
I mean, I always put the highest quality parts on my stuff when I sell them.
Yeah.
Always. So if you want to test the starter generator, and here's another Cranky Motorsports tip, ground out your jumper cables to the outside case of these, and there's 2 terminals on here. If you're looking at it this way with the terminals on the left side, the top terminal is the one that goes to your battery or your ignition switch. And as long as you have a good ground, which I don't, this is like rope starting all over again.
I know.
You just saw it happen.
Yeah, we just tested it. Was it that one or is it the...
No, it was definitely this one.
Yeah.
I probably lost continuity on my battery. Okay, let's do it on the one that we know works.
Yeah.
So if you ground out, oh, you have to go on the other side, that's why. That's the ground. Okay, we'll do it on one that we know works.
That one you had attached to a post, I think.
Is it the back?
I can't remember.
You got to ground one side of the case. I think it's the front side of the case needs ground, and then this is going to be really bad. We should reset and start after I know this works.
I know.
Why are we so bad at this? There we
There
go.
you go.
So that's how you test to see if it's a good starter generator. You got to get a good ground, which this one's painted, which is probably why it wasn't working, but
Yeah.
we did this a minute ago and it worked.
Yeah. And we sparked it right at the beginning of this.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we tested that one.
Yep. We tested that one before.
We did, and it worked.
And it worked
but now it
perfect.
doesn't want to. This battery might be low too. I don't remember if I charged it or not.
It must be the camera. It's shy.
Maybe.
Shy.
This is all the wiring that was on that tractor, and I'll give you an extra voltage regulator.
Okay.
The wiring on these is super simple. I mean, I know you've done probably a bunch of them already, but
Yeah.
I don't think this is the right ignition switch.
So you can make your own stuff. Okay, good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this was the ignition off of that because I had rewired it once.
Okay.
It's just the ignition switch didn't shut tractor off, which means this isn't the right ignition switch because it doesn't have a ground. It's a starter generator one, but it doesn't have a ground. And I think I had actually wired a relay, a starter relay, which I think I have as well.
Yeah.
So I like using starter relays on starter generators anyway. It's a 4-wire, so what you got, this bottom bracket grounds to your frame. One of these wires is a ground, so make sure you attach that. This goes to the starter wire off of your ignition switch,
So annoying.
which I forget which wire that was now. Might have been the white one. I think it's the white one. So the white wire would go on here, and then your hot from your battery comes into one side of the solenoid and goes to your ignition switch, which is the red wire on here. And then the other terminal goes down to the lug on the starter solenoid. So that keeps all of the current for the starter generator from going through the ignition switch, and it keeps it from frying stuff. Because when you set it up this way, the current that's required to trigger this solenoid is only like 1 or 2 amps versus running a 30 amp charge through the ignition switch going down to the starter solenoid, so or to the starter generator. So I always set them up this way, and you just got to make sure that the rest of your wiring is hooked up correctly. And again, it's been so long, if you go back and watch the original hydro video, you'll probably figure out what all this wiring is for. Some of this is for the headlights or something, but all the terminations are still made on both of these voltage regulators, so you can kind of trace the wires back and know where they go. This one I think was the ground that goes on here, I
Yes.
think.
Yeah. It goes on the bottom.
Or I might have had it terminate down here too, I can't remember. But one of these has to be grounded for the starter generator, so.
Yeah. So that doesn't replace that.
No, this is your charging system setup. This is only for the starter.
Okay.
So there's a whole bunch of wiring.
Yeah.
I don't know if I had anything else for that. I don't think I did. We'll have to look afterwards, but oh, I was going to look and see if I had an elbow for the air cleaner.
Feels like we've been here forever. It's only 10 o'clock.
I know.
Great. I love early starts. All right, bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Loaded. Have fun.
I will. It'll be great.
Look for his video on that. I'm sure you're gonna make that today, right?
Probably.
Or tomorrow. Yeah.
I'll keep working on it. I'll post something later.
Looks like kind of a mess, but this is everything that I came back with. So some of this is from James. Most of that is from Billy in Pepperell, Mass. Got a bunch of stuff that I've been meaning to get. Got the tractor here. So I think, and I got 2 spare engines over here. The wind's kicking up. So I know it's supposed to rain tonight and tomorrow. So I kind of want to get all this into the garage here. So yeah, and that roper that I'm telling you guys about that I want him to buy is right here. So it's a roper RT13. So Is it a geared starter? Yes, it is. So I knew it was. So I want to get this over to James, and I want him to have it. So we're gonna see if we can get him to get this thing. This thing's sweet. I would keep it, but again, I'm trying to move on. So I think I'm gonna end up keeping Skip. I think I'm gonna end up keeping Skip. It's like in really great shape and I love it. So probably gonna end up keeping this one. It's just, I mean, look at that. It just looks so good. So I think it'll look really good next to that one restored and that one restored. So, and that's the deck. This is a deck I'm trying to run off of it. So pretty sweet. I think it's the big one too. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's the 48 because this cart is 48. So that's cool. And yeah, got plans with this one and that one now. So we're gonna restore that, and I'm probably gonna end up keeping that. I want to keep a ghost grill until I get the 69 running. So yeah, and then this one is for parts now. And there's the original seat on it and everything. So yeah, it was a great day over at James's house. Great day, absolutely awesome. Needed it. Got some John Deere wheel weights, which is pretty cool, 55 pounds a piece. These are skinnies, very skinny. This is nice. I'm gonna get nice tires for that, because that's how they're supposed to come, is with skinny fronts and skinny rears. So I'm gonna do the same thing on this one. I think I have another pair of skinnies like those. If I don't, I don't, because these are the wider ones, but they go good with this set. So when I get that set going, I'll just duplicate that. So, and we'll change the tires. So we'll get new tires all the way around for these when I restore them. So this one does have the blue underneath. So I don't know, and this is the exhaust that I want to get. I gotta get another one of those for this one. And then we're gonna treat this one as a drop-in replace engine. So depending on what color scheme we go with, because these two are gonna be the two. So yeah, I need an exhaust like that one. That one is super loud. Either repack it or get a nice new one like that one. So yeah, I don't know whether this one's gonna be the white and blue, and that's gonna be the yellow and white, or that one's gonna be blue and white, and this is gonna be yellow and white. So I don't know yet. But these two are gonna be really nice together. So I'll probably end up replacing the grill here soon. I think I have one somewhere, but I'm gonna keep that for now on it because it's on it. And yeah, this is the huge haul. Got some stickers too, which is nice. So yeah, a bunch of goodies in here. This is what I really wanted to get, was something like this. And Billy had this just chilling here. I believe what this does, where this can go, is somewhere along here, but we're gonna have it somewhere around here. Maybe just put it in, I don't know, we'll have to bend that tab, but this is gonna go somewhere here, and this is gonna hold our mid-lift snowplow, which is over here. So this is perfect. They're right next to each other. Right next to each other. So this is a mid-lift, this is a front lift. So you have the one rod here to move it around, and then this one requires two. One here and one here. One to unlock it and one there. So I hope I have all the rods still here, because that would be not good if I don't. I'm sure they're in here somewhere. So, but yeah, that's how those go. So this would be nice to have this. So I'm sure it would have came with something like that. So very nice. Looking for the rods. Maybe they're probably in my stash. So, and then it has this very custom front there. So yeah, that would be great. That'd be awesome. I don't know where my rods went, but that's the mid lift that's going on there for the winter. I want to test a hydro track in the winter, so we'll run that. So yes, maybe even put a blower on it. No, I don't want to do that. So that's what the 24 is. I don't know, where'd that go? Oh, there it is. That'll be for the FF. So anyway, the pile is getting smaller. Anyway, I am gonna get this off and throw a bunch of this stuff into the shelf. All right, so it's in the garage here, and here's all the goodies. I will explain more in the next video. The next video will be getting this thing 100% running and driving, hopefully. Knock on wood, who knows? Got to start a generator, a bunch of wiring we'll have to go through, redo, and get going onto this thing so we don't have to pull start it like James did. That was so funny. We'll do a little montage on that, and I will explain everything on here in the next video. So as always, if you want to see more content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you liked the content in this video, make sure to hit that like button, and make sure to comment down below for some engagement. I would say a name. I got to get with James, see if he had a name, or if you have a name, suggest it down below, and we'll see what we can name this thing. I'm very excited, and I'll show the grill and hood that I will put on this in the next video. So as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next vlog day.